All right,
We back?
we are
All
another
right,
edition.
back for another live edition. Live feed reads with my host and my Ed McMahon and the Johnny Carson, Jason Crawford.
Yep.
Boy, what a beautiful day. I'm looking out
Ain't
my
it though?
window with Millie, and there literally is not a cloud in the sky.
Bro,
It's
it's
blue
beautiful,
as blue
beautiful.
could be. I think it's
Yeah.
in maybe the 60s or so. I don't
Dude,
know, but it feels great.
It's
This is
nice.
why you live in Florida. Brittany
Yeah.
made it home so safe and sound from DC. That's good. Got a big old
Awesome.
U-Haul in my yard, that's glad to have her home.
But your yard's not very big.
I'm now the grandfather and father of 4 dogs, 2 German Shepherds, a wiggle butt Australian Shepherd, who we all know sitting right over here, and little Millie, the what was that one? She's the mini golden doodle that's more mini Dotson doodle.
Oh.
But I have papers and it says mini golden doodle. So anyway. All right. So let's kind of jump into a little. We can chat afterwards.
Sure. Okay.
Jason has some video or audio or pictures.
It's just a picture.
I believe the Jeremy Renner kind of story.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that unfortunately he got run over by a
snowplow.
Unfortunate incident. He was hurt. So we thought we'd talk a little bit about products liability.
For sure.
Products liability, it's an area of law, that it's civil in nature, whereby the manufacturer of a product, the distributor of a product, the retailer who sells the product, they can all be held liable or responsible for either a defective product, an unsafe product, and so forth.
Yeah, so just maybe a couple of details. Like some people might not know who he is. He is a pretty popular celebrity. He does.
I didn't know who he was.
The Marvel stuff. He's Hawkeye. I think he's cool. He's Hawkeye. He's a really cool. Hawkeye is the one with all the arrows.
All I knew from Hawkeye was MASH.
Oh yeah, no, not that Hawkeye. Okay. So Marvel Hawkeye. He has all the fancy arrows that he shoots. And kind of
like tell you if he walked in who Hawkeye was.
He's a really cool character.
All right, God bless.
But yeah, he's a really good family man as well. And so he does have kids, and he was trying to plow, I think, the neighborhood. One of the doctors, when he had the accident, one of the neighbors was a doctor and came out and applied a tourniquet, and then they had to like helicopter vac him out.
No, it's not. Yeah, so a little bit. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Hearts go out to him, like.
Yeah, you can't really appreciate how slippery ice is, honestly, until you've experienced it. You see these people on the interstate and just and cars sliding.
Yeah.
Was it last year? I think last year when Leanne and I got snowed in Lake Tahoe, I went to the parking garage to get the car. I think we were leaving. And I saw that there was ice, and I was tiptoeing, and I had sneakers, like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Open the door, damn feet went out, and I went straight down.
Wow.
And I knew there was ice. It wasn't like I was walking and I got black ice or something.
Right.
Couldn't see. I mean, it is slick. So in fact, he was trying to get on this. I read something. He was trying to get on the plow that had kind of broke free or started rolling on its own, or who knows what.
Right. Who knows what? So they were investigating.
He caught that ice. Whoop, down you go. It runs him over.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. I mean, I saw I was watching the news. World News or whichever one it was, and the sheriff was out there making it clear that there's no criminal aspect to the case.
Right.
And so then the question is, was there, and that's what back to the product liability, was there a defect in that product? And I'll give you an example. Some of these snowplows or wave runners and this, that, and the other, or even my boat has a little kill switch. And when you get off the like in a boat,
don't you usually put the kill switch around your wrist and it
goes,
and
that way if you're in a boat,
if you fall off,
if you're in a boat, you hit a wave and it chunks you, Kill switch
Mm-hmm.
comes out, motor
Cuts the engine.
dies. Same
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
with a snowmobile. And I don't know about the snowplow. Of course, here in Florida, we don't get a lot of snow,
Hey,
and so
yeah.
I don't have a snowplow. But
Yeah.
that's what they'll be looking for. Was there
Right.
something wrong with this? Was there a kill switch?
Right.
And if there
Definitely.
wasn't a kill switch, is that a design defect? That
Mm-hmm.
would be one of the product liability issues. Design defect. Was the product, not designed in such a way to prevent injury?
Right.
Um,
Okay.
was there a defect in the product? Meaning, who knows, the transmission? Did he have it
Right.
in gear and it disengaged somehow? But
So give me an example of a simpler form of, because this one obviously there's a ton of moving parts, there's a ton of things that could go wrong, and then maybe that is, maybe that isn't. Give me a simple form of product liability defect that would say
hold
be
on.
an
There's little
example.
Brittany.
Yeah.
Hold on, little Brittany. Hi. Hold on, hold on. You're on live feed. Read. Say hello. Say bye to everyone. That's your tip. That's my tip. All right. Well, we'll
I
chat
didn't hear
about
her.
that later.
Say it
Bye.
again. I didn't hear her. Say it again.
She says if you can afford to pay for a mover, pay for a mover. That's her tip
Oh.
of the day. She just moved down from DC.
Hey, we know some good movers in
Yeah,
our BNI
exactly.
group too.
Well, I'll give
So
you an example.
yeah.
So four of the elements, let's go back. The elements for product liability are number
Yeah.
one, basically where you're actually injured.
Yeah. Well, he
Well, I
definitely
mean,
is.
you laugh, but what happens? We've had calls. People go to the pharmacy,
Okay.
and a pharmacy they're supposed to get, you name it, product A, and then they get
Okay.
home and discover that they have product B. They want to bring a claim against the pharmacy for giving them the wrong
Okay.
product. And then the question is,
Right.
well, did you take the medicine? No.
Right.
Well, you
Okay.
don't have a case.
Mm-hmm.
Because you did not have actual bodily injuries.
Right. You didn't suffer anything from it.
All right.
Not that we would want
So
you to
that's
take
number
that
number
medication
two.
that's
Was there
not
a
for you.
defective product? Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Three, and I pulled up a case that I remembered reading back in June. Was there has to be a causation between the defective product and the injury. A
Okay.
has to equal B.
And that's kind of more what I was at. Like, I guess what I was getting to with the simplify it down for me, like in the product liability, is that causation. So there has to be a direct link between this
The
this
defective
defect
product and your
cause.
injury, sure.
Yeah, not just it was involved in it or uh, participant. Because like say you're drunk and you're operating it haphazardly. Like, does
Well,
that like
you are
necessarily
jumping the
conclude you?
gun.
Yeah.
Number
Okay.
four is you have to be using the product for its intended purpose.
Mm.
And let me give you an
Yeah.
example. This case
Yeah.
in June, everybody has heard of computer cleaner. It's the
Yeah.
air
Yeah. Yeah.
spray that you go
Cans
and
of
blow
air.
out. You blow
Yes.
out your computer,
Yeah.
and
I
this one has
literally
to
have
do
one right here.
exactly. And there's
Yeah.
there's different ones, but
Yeah.
the compressed gas in
Let me do
there,
my hair. Hold on.
yeah,
No, I'm
is
kidding.
evidently will give you a high if you huff it. Are you aware of that?
No, I was I was not aware of that.
Well, it,
So
it
keep it
will.
out of reach of children. Understood.
Oh yeah, 100
Yeah.
percent.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
it's
Does
it's
it
a
say that on
it's a
here? Yeah.
problem. Oh, it
Yeah.
might.
Yeah. It probably
It,
does.
it's in the nature of gasoline. If you huff gasoline,
Okay. Okay.
paint thinners.
Yeah. Okay.
You said that
Yeah. Yeah.
hairspray,
Yeah.
nail polish. Aerosols of that.
Mm.
If you huff them, which kids do and adults do,
Mm.
it will give you a high.
Okay.
But what happened with this individual? He or she, it was a he, doesn't matter. He was hooked
Okay.
on the huffing it's Ultra Duster. That was the brand, the
Huh.
gas dusting spray. Well, so
Yeah.
he goes to Walmart in this case, buys the product, and on his
Okay.
way home he starts huffing in the car. He gets in a
Mm.
crash. He
Mm.
gets significantly injured, and then he wants to sue the manufacturer, who made, and also Walmart, the distributor. Because just so you'll know, if you're the distributor or the retailer, I should say the retailer, Walmart might do both. They might have brought it from A to B, but they're certainly the retailer. The retailer can be sued for putting the product out there. So
I'm laughing because I just feel like that's such a stretch.
Well, you have to, well, here's the question. We always get back to it. So he brings a lawsuit against Ultra Duster and Walmart for under a product liability, a defective, basically a defective product. And his argument was, in this particular spray, they put in a substance, and yours probably too, that if you huff it, it causes a reaction. You know what I mean? Like a painful reaction. An unpleasant smell, almost like putting pepper spray in it. You follow me? But it's not pepper spray, but that would be the best analogy. Put a substance in there that if you inhale it, it causes you distress. You're with me so far?
Yep.
Well, his allegation was that the substance they put in was not was not sufficient enough to cause enough distress that the user who got addicted to it would stop using it. You with me?
Okay.
It wasn't strong enough. What you put in to stop people from using the duster.
So instead of saying, don't mace me, bro, he's saying, you should have maced me, bro.
Well, you should have maced me with stronger mace. That's the gist of it.
Jeez, dude.
Right. Okay. That was the gist of it, is that the substance they used was not strong enough to stop me from huffing it. Therefore, it's a design defect, and I want to be compensated for, significant injuries. You with me so far?
Yeah.
Okay. First off, because this is an appeal. Did he win or lose at trial, or did it even get there? Remember, summary judgment is where you ask the judge to say, look, there's no issue of fact or law. This case should be thrown out. That's what that's what Walmart would argue, and the manufacturer would argue, and the kids' lawyers, the plaintiff's lawyer, would say, no, we have the fact that we've alleged that the product, there wasn't enough mace in the product, so to speak. We should be able to go to trial and ask a jury. So
my intuition.
Did the judge throw the case out on summary judgment and not even let it get to a jury?
That's my intuition.
Or did he win or lose at a jury trial?
So my intuition is that the judge didn't let it go. That would be what I would say.
You are correct. He granted summary judgment for Walmart and the manufacturer.
Okay. Yeah.
And twofold. One, he found that there was not a design defect, that yes, they did have a product in there that was designed to stop you from huffing.
Sure.
And number two is, this is the big one, the product was not being used for its intended purpose.
Use. Yep.
All right.
And like, if it's anything like this one, there's labels freaking everywhere.
Well, that's a whole thing. I'm sure that was another one, that there was a label, a warning label. Yeah. These are all the things the defense argued, and they won. So where was this case? This went to the appeals, of course, because remember, these were significant injuries. If he was just, little, this, little that, but these were significant injuries. So the plaintiff's lawyer says, look, I'm going to appeal this because, this is a big money case. So it goes to where do we go to? We went to the 4th District Court of Appeal, which is down in Palm Beach.
Yeah.
All right. So, and these are big lawyers, old Kubicki Draper and Cole Scott Cassane. And so these are, some big dogs here because, again, significant injuries, and it's Walmart, and it's the dust manufacturer. So what did the appellate court do? Did they say, Judge, there are conflicting facts here such that you should not have granted summary judgment and they should get their day in court? Or did the appellate court say, Judge, you got it right, and Mr. Plaintiff, you lose?
Well, this is like when my Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and my intuition, my gut tells me that they said that the judge overlooked something and let it go, but I don't personally think that he did. So I have that conflict in my head right now.
But we don't have all day.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna say that that's my guess.
So flip your coin.
I
Did
think
the
that they
judge get it
overflipped what the
right, or
judge
did
said.
the
Yeah.
appellate court said the plaintiff has legitimate argument that there was not enough, product or not enough?
Yeah. I think that's what they said. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So let's see what they said. First, they talked about the warning labels that you talked about.
Okay.
And they said there were warning labels all over, warning about the dangers of huffing.
Okay.
Yeah. It says a manufacturer has a duty to warn of dangerous contents in its products, which could damage or injure if not used for its intended purposes.
Sure.
That's why if you look at a ladder, people, we go to Walmart or Home Depot, Lowe's, look at a ladder.
All over.
Dude, there's warning labels top to bottom.
Yeah, they even put it in the plastics on certain parts of it where it's just built into the ladder.
Yeah, I mean they're welded into the the thing. So you can't take them off.
Because what if the sticker comes off, right?
Yeah. So that was one of the issues, and was there adequate warning?
Okay.
Then there was let's see what else. The next one was they addressed was the product
intended purpose
being used for its intended purpose.
Yeah. Okay.
That was another one.
Yep.
And then
Well, I think he loses on both of those, but I don't know what else is coming. So.
Well, no, he lost on both of those. You're right. There was warning labels, and the product was clearly not being used for intended purposes.
Sure.
And let's see what else they had.
He identifies.
There was surprisingly, there are a lot of these cases.
Yeah, that bothers me.
Yeah, I mean, when I was looking for mine online, there's one that was just filed in August in federal court with the same type of product where it was a wrongful death.
No way. So you're not just talking about
the
product liability in general. You're talking about
Google, what do you call it? Computer duster cleaner cases, and this one's in federal court. And federal court, no bueno. You don't want to be there. They're going to get tossed. But either way, there may be facts I'm not aware of. But a long story short, the appellate court said the judge got it right. Thanks for coming. You're not going to be able to recover.
Good. I have a little bit more faith in humanity now. That's good to hear. I think, man. So I remember when I was a kid. I remember the hot coffee spilled on the lady case. And for me, as far as my memory goes, that was kind of the pivot kicking launching point of a bunch of cases that followed, and almost this like sue happy culture that we find ourselves in sometimes. But aside from that, was that the same kind of product liability, or is that a different with the hot coffee being spilled on the woman at McDonald's and McDonald's got sued? Do you remember that one, right?
It's infamous. Everybody.
Okay, good.
Well, that's funny because let me tell you about.
But my memory doesn't go back much further, so I didn't know if there was something else.
That's a wild case where I'm going to summarize because it's been a while. So the individual gets a cup of coffee and it was very hot, and they spilled it. And it's my understanding it caused significant injuries to the private parts of the person, significant injuries, significant burns to the private areas of the individual.
Scream me ow,
So they file a complaint against McDonald's. And the complaint was basically saying that your product was defective in that it was too hot and you failed to warn of the heat.
Of the hotness.
The hotness. So you think, well, coffee's hot. Well, here's why they won.
Okay.
Evidently, and again, I'm kind of paraphrasing, but evidently McDonald's had knowledge and had been warned that their coffee was scalding people. So first this wasn't the first complaint.
Okay.
One of many. Number two is, it's my understanding that by heating up coffee grounds, and I'm going to throw out a number, but I think the American Coffee Association, and you can Google this, and again, I'm the numbers, but let's just throw the numbers out there. Say that coffee should be 180 degrees or 170 degrees. And you say, why is that? And the reason being is people often spill coffee on themselves.
Okay.
And if it's 170 or 180 degrees or whatever that temperature is, you have the time to wipe it off without scalding.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And if you
Okay.
put
Yeah.
hot water on yourself in the shower, it will burn, but you can go woo and no harm.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Put your hand in a pot of boiling water, boom, it's immediate. Your skin's coming off.
Yeah. Right.
So it's my understanding that McDonald's made a financial decision to say, look, if we heat our coffee up to, let's just say, and I think it's a number, to 200 degrees versus 170,
Okay.
we can use less coffee grounds per pot to get that McDonald's flavor. Now, we know we're scolding people by doing so, but we can make a lot of money by using less coffee with hotter water.
All right. Yeah, I never heard that other foot dropping. Like I never heard that end of it. That makes
why
more
would
sense.
You? It's been the greatest use
red herring.
Frivolous lawsuits. That when jurors are deliberating, and he's still hot coffee on him. He got $1 million. This whole system's ridiculous. And I believe either Toby Keith or one of those country songs he's talking about, and he says like, "Spill a cup of coffee, get $1 million." He used that in a song even to poke fun at.
To poke at,
it's the same one.
And
where
of course, that's
Little Miss America gained 5 pounds. She lost the crown. That kind of crap. That's a song.
And it's far more pervasive in pop culture than what we're talking about. You know, right now.
So now you know. McDonald's said, "Look, we can make more."
That's interesting.
And I think it was, think about McDonald's. How many cups of coffee a day? I want to say it amounted to millions of dollars per day.
Wow.
Wow. You can Google, and I think there's a video. I believe there's a show that analyzes and talks about the McDonald's coffee case. So if you want to know more, fact specific, watch it or read about it. But that's the gist of it. McDonald's chose profits over people. That was the lawyer's argument.
Okay.
And then he laid out how.
Okay.
Well, people like yourself, when they hear the truth, okay, well, if you want to make millions of dollars a day, and you're scolding people, and you scolded this woman, and you burn her up. Well, then that's okay. Here's $1 million.
Yeah.
And remember, you got to understand this, Jason, and people in TV land. It ain't easy to walk into court in a personal injury trial and get people to give you, or not me, but give your clients money.
Yeah.
People are very skeptical.
Yes.
So
because like shit happens.
Didn't just pull a fast one over six or 12 people.
Yeah.
They did not just, hey, I'm Slick Willie. Yeah. I'm going to go in and put on my nice suit and talk these people into $1 million on a hot coffee spilt on the lap case.
Yeah. It didn't call Saul.
It doesn't work like that. I can tell you.
It's not scripted. It's not TV. Yeah.
Oh, all right. So did you say did you have some pictures or something you wanted to show, or what?
Oh, I did. I put it up.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you were talking about
I don't see people. Jason and I, blah blah blah. I don't get to see everything he does.
Yeah, no, he just sees the side of my ugly head.
But that's product liability. I hope. I hope Jeremy or whatever his name is, of course, recovers. Sounds like a pretty significant injury. I think that machine was like 14,000 pounds. Now, mind you, your car's about 2,000, 3,000, 4,000.
Yeah.
Man, go out there and let that run over your leg and see what happens. Much less 14,000 pounds. And then I don't know, did the snowplow part of it whack him?
I don't know. I don't know how it happened.
It goes to what I tell my kids, and I'll tell you, people, here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, he lived. He probably only lived because he was in a rich neighborhood and had a doctor next door.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that simple. I mean, he could have literally, and I'm glad he wasn't, but he literally could have been gone because of a freak accident. Yeah. And, I don't know if we talked about it, but every single day, I call it read the paper, but there's someone, I'll give an example. Yesterday on 75, where you're coming from Bruceby Downs, Fletcher, Fowler, and then you
Mm-hmm.
kind of they got that big
Yep.
I-4 lane now.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know if
Yeah.
you've been, but now you got to get over and you go a long way, still kind of on the frontage road of 75 to get onto I-4. Well,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
like a freaking concrete barrier at the
Yep.
beginning of that.
Yep.
Well, it looked like somebody was heading on 75 and said, "Oh,
Changed
oh,
their
oh,
mind.
oh, oh, bleep! I've got to get
Yeah.
over here to
Gotta get over.
I-4," and smoked it. And it looked like they shot out the windshield, and they had the car peeled back. So here's somebody
Nothing's that important, man.
going to
Like, miss your
work,
exit.
going on vacation, going to grandma's, going somewhere. And, hopefully I'm wrong, but I don't think they're with us anymore.
Man.
Yeah,
Nothing's that important,
it
dude.
was
Miss your
sad,
exit.
but
Miss your exit. Take the back roads and enjoy the view. Like,
well, slow down, slow
yeah.
down, turn on the radio, enjoy your ride, and arrive alive.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. So what do we got? We've
A
got
beautiful day.
Friday the
Yeah.
6th. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Brittany's birthday's coming up, January 17th.
Very
I
cool.
tried to get her.
Oh,
I tried to get her. Anybody have 2 Taylor Swift tickets and they don't want to go or can't go? Let me know, because the
yeah.
nosebleed sections, which you can't even see or hear, they started at like $400 a piece. I'm like, I sat in the nosebleed one time, a Bucks game. Someone gave us tickets back in the day, and I'll tell you, it's no fun. It is
Yeah.
so high up, you can't even see the names on their jerseys. They look about that big. I'm like,
Big. Yeah. They're tiny.
yeah, it's just, God bless the people that sit there. I guess, it's whatever.
I think they probably do it more for being a part of the crowd and the
Could be,
like
because you
being
can't.
there.
The game
Yeah.
is almost, it's
Yeah.
just so far away, and
Right.
so I don't know that the Taylor Swift concert up there. First you couldn't even see it. You'd be watching it on the screen, and I don't
Mm-hmm.
know,
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
the sound wouldn't even be the same.
I think I
You
saw
might
a
as well
concert there.
tailgate out in the parking lot and listen to it.
Yeah, I think I saw a concert there one time. I still thought it was pretty cool. I think the Muse was opening for the U2 or something like that. I don't
You're
know. It was a
asking the wrong
company thing
person.
back in the day,
I
but
don't know if I've ever seen a concert at Tampa Stadium, to be honest. So I don't
it
know.
was pretty cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was
Oh, dude, she's
the
got 3 concerts.
theatrics and the show. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff they did with it that I was like, oh,
Quite
they used the
sure.
space. They used the whole space, not just the stage. So I thought it
Oh
was
no,
really
I'm
cool.
quite sure. I'm sure it's going
Yeah.
to be a heck of a show. I'm not saying that.
But
I don't know if well, back to it. You got 2 tickets. Give me a holler.
Yeah. Speaking of birthdays, though, so Aurora had her birthday. Thank you for putting her name on the sign. She was like beaming when I took her to take a picture of it with it. For her birthday, she wanted to do a Dungeons and Dragons party. So
That doesn't surprise me, you freak.
she wanted me to run a Dungeons and Dragons game for her and all of her friends. Well, there were 9 kids that showed up. So I'm sitting here and I had to like prepare for this for 2 months and create a story. So I created like a Princess Bride. I don't know
And
if you've
so
ever
we're
seen the movie.
clear, you absolutely 100% know Dungeons and Dragons, don't you?
Yeah.
Freaking loser. But go ahead, continue your story.
So I wrote this whole campaign and like they were playing and they had a blast, but I kept like sneaking in all of these quotes from like the movie that they wouldn't recognize and little things like that. But they basically played through Princess Bride as a story, and they had a blast. But
that's cool. Well, you're the good father.
Maybe we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm working on it, but that was
have a good weekend,
exhausting.
everybody.
Yeah,
Jason, we've been jabbering.
We've been jabbing for a while. All right,
take us out.
I will do that. Thank you guys for watching.
Oh,
wait. Oh, I meant to ask you. Let me come back. Hold on. Hang on a second. Yeah. What? Psych, as we used to say in the 90s.
Hurry up.
You ordered a bunch more hardbacks. You asked Crystal to order hardbacks. What's that for? Of your book?
I want to take the paperback
and
the hardback to the bookstores and see if they'll put them in there.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, let me know when you go. I'll go with you if we need to.
Yeah, whatever.
Also, I have somebody who knows. I actually have somebody who knows some of the people who make those decisions for at least one of them.
Yeah,
the one down here.
TV Land, if you're out there and you have some contacts and would help me get my book into a bookstore, I would greatly appreciate it.
Very cool. I'll reach out to her today and ask.
All right. So, now
cool. Now after this time, just kidding. Stream ending. There we go. You guys have a great day.